only 6 consciousness, no more. But every consciousness is based or lying in the thinking consciousness or heart consciousness. So that is why we can practice meditation. So every object, the object on the seeing, the object on the hearing, the object on the smelling, the object on the eating, the object on the touching, the object on the thinking. So how do we practice and the seeing? At the seeing something object, we practice the seeing, just seeing, that's all. Maybe you have a suppose we have some problem with a person. We don't like that person. If we see that person, we get anger in our heart. They don't want to see that, but he's sitting in front of us. How do we do? And in that case, we have to practice that. Just seeing, not to follow that person. If we follow that person, the like or dislike feeling arises in our mind. And then we practice just seeing, and then nothing happens in our heart. Go to bad feeling. Doesn't the Buddha encourage us to practice this way? That means we defeated our enemies by heart, not by weapon. Not by weapon. That's why the practicing answer meditation is very beneficial to everyone who lives a very happy life and this life. And this life. That is a universal teaching. That's it. That teachings belong to everyone who has mind and matter. Who has mind and matter. Because every person, Buddhist or non-Buddhist, has only 2 things, mind and matter. So based on these 2 things, so we may feel good or bad or neutral feeling. That's all. No more. If we don't like the problems, so happens, the negative ones that happens. If we like positive or the good, there's something, love or something, desire of it, righteous. So some conflict in the world, happiness depend on desire, depend on hatred, depend on delusion. So if we want to, if we want to ease all cases of that problems or conflict in the world and our us, we have to control our mind. How we control? We must practice so that we can control our mind at seeing moment, at hearing moment, at the smelling moment, at eating moment, at touching moment, at thinking moment. If we can control now, six consciousness arising based on six external objects, we are very sure we can live very happy lives in this world. Happiness this world. I have a Japanese friend. She's from Tokyo. Her master research is concerning with the suicide in Japan. According to her research finding, in Japan is we think Japan is a Buddhist country. So the war, the young people are mostly the society in Japan. So her research showed that because they don't, they don't know how to control the mind. That means when they have the personal problem and they don't know, they can't control that, and then they make suicide themselves. So he did that research for the 2 years in Japan. Then she came to Thailand and he presented. So this usually happens in the world. We also see now. That's why finally I like to say that every conflict, personal conflict, internal conflict, external conflict, depends on our mind. Depends on our mind. If we can control our mind, there's no problems. There won't be problem, there won't be conflict, personal conflict, external conflict, internal conflicts. Everything. But sometimes I think we can challenge with the external conflict, but sometimes we can sustain the internal conflict. That's when the young people suicide, because they cannot sustain the feeling happening in the heart, this internal conflict. This is very important. So today my lecture is, I would like to conclude that Ashin, when we practice Ashin meditation, and you must pay your attention on the nature of the Ashin, not the right hand or left hand. So when we practice the sensation and have arising in your body, you must pay your attention only on the sensation, not part of the body. Because the hand and the part of the body is the concept, the Panyacekka. The concept, the Panyacekka must be the object of the Tranquility meditation, not must be the object of the insight meditation. No, we are practicing insight. That's when our object must be very pure nature of the realities. So the pain's naturally, it is the characteristic of the rupa. See, when the pain happens in our body. But if we feel that pain in our hearts, this is mental. We need to understand the difference between them, like Kaika Vedana and Cetasika Vedana. The Vajjiva Vedana we have to break. Sometimes, when we take meditation, so we meet very extremely pain in our body. And then sometimes we think about pain. Always we are thinking about that pain. The more we think about the pain, the more painful feelings arises. We cannot control our mind, we distract. In that case, we have to practice inner feeling. Inner feeling. This is the inner feeling, like that. The inner feeling must be the object of the answer. So now then, so whatever conditions of the mind arising in daily life, we have to be mindful of all. If we want to get peace, if we want to live a very peaceful life, very happy life. Good mind, bad mind, peaceful mind, the rousing mind, wandering mind, unstable mind, a concentrated mind, and disconcentration mind. Every case of mind, whatever mind arising in our heart, you have to know, you have to be aware, naturally is that. And then, I'm very sure we will realize the first knowledge of the insight, Nama Rupa Prasthana understanding, Nama and Rupa spiritual. Based on that Nama Rupa Prasthana, we have to go up step to the Mega and Pla. Okay, let me stop here. Thank you very much coming here to practice meditation with me. May you all be happy with Dhamma. May you all be happy with your inner peace. So thank you very much. Thank you. Sa